I have so many thoughts right now. I can't wait to make an organized video. So I'm finishing up my workout and I listened to this guy talking about how he started off saying in the video, 6 out of 10 young men, I'm guessing like in their 20s, early to mid 20s, are single. And started talking about how a lot of men are just turning their back on women. And I wanted to share my experience on it because he made a lot of good points about getting ghosted. Been there. Getting ghosted a lot. Went through that myself. And looking back, I don't know, at my like early and mid 20s when I was getting really into approaching women and like getting more confident doing it. If you've watched this YouTube channel before, I've talked about the fact that I approached a lot of women on my college campus when I was a college student. At the end, when I was like a senior, super senior, I would approach like 3 women on the way to class, just say hi, give a compliment, try to start a conversation, whatever. And it helped me a lot with my confidence. And one of the key things that stood out in this video that this guy was making was he was sitting with his friend at the table. Overall, his message was positive because at the end, he said, like, don't turn your back on women. Find a good Christian woman who values having a family when she's older, which I completely agree with. But most of the video was talking about like really sad stuff. And I noticed a flaw in the mindset of this young man that this guy was describing as he was sitting across the table talking to him. His friend was basically saying, I'm turning my back on, like, I think I'm just going to stop dating. If a woman just falls in my lap, that's fine. But I'm just going to turn my back on it, enjoy my life, and play video games. And therein lies the flaw. Because my most recent videos, I talked about, like, why dating advice didn't work for me. It was like the clickbaity title, but there was like a lot of truth to that. Because I think if you use dating advice just expecting it to work, getting this entitled mindset that you don't have to get rejected a lot, women owe you something. One of the best things I learned from dating advice was women don't owe you anything. Think about it. You're born in this world. You were given a life. You're already incredibly lucky. You woke up this morning. You're already incredibly lucky to be here. You don't just... Like, you're not just entitled to a partner that likes you. So one of the main flaws I noticed in this guy's friend's mindset as he was describing what the guy was saying was, he had been rejected, and because of these rejections, he was giving up. It's like all of his value, it's like he couldn't handle rejection after rejection after rejection. It's like that rejection just said something about him, or he was putting in too much effort. I don't know what effort this guy was putting in, but I mentioned like the video game thing. If you're going to turn your back on women for now, that's fine. If you're, instead of playing video games, working out. And when I was approaching women, like when I was getting into game and when I was getting into dating advice, when I started going to the bars, started actually practicing game, like learning what women were attracted to, what to say and stuff. A lot of what those pickup artists try to tell you is like, say something that a cool guy would say. But what is a cool guy? A cool guy is somebody who puts effort into himself. Therefore, he makes himself a more valuable partner. Instead of enjoying your life, which if you try to enjoy your life in the way that this guy was saying, like his friend said he just wants to play video games and relax and, work on his career. I just imagine this guy is in a 9-to-5 and he just shows up and, gives over his time for a paycheck. I just imagine that's what it's like because that's the type of mindset or that's the type of job that a lot of these people get when they just want to play video games. And I understand living a hedonistic lifestyle because I love to feel good too. I love to get up in the morning, just feel good, binge on YouTube videos, mindless YouTube videos, watch PORN, which somebody commented on one of my videos. I'm going to continue that series. not watching porn for 30 days. So if this man's whole purpose in life is just enjoying his life, he's not going to be happy. The reason that I believe I could handle so many rejections and maybe this guy can't is because when I was going out and I was getting rejected over and over again, those rejections didn't say shit about me. I felt really good at the fact that I wanted to stay home and just watch porn ography. I'm censoring myself, but I just wanted to stay home and watch shit on the computer, go on the internet, play video games. I wanted to stay home and do that, or just watch a movie and eat a bunch of junk food. I wanted to stay home and do that. But on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night at 10 p.m., I would go out and I would stay out until 2 a.m. just approaching women. And I worked on my social skills a lot. Bar social skills, but that's a place where you can just rapidly approach like a bunch of people and everybody's in a social mood. That's why you go to the bar, to socialize with people. So plus some people have they're intoxicated, so they they're a little bit looser. It's just a loose environment where you can talk to new people. And every day I felt like I was bettering myself. And I was also doing something that kind of scared me because I'm naturally kind of an introvert. I don't really particularly like most people. I don't develop a deep connection with most people that I meet. I develop a deep connection with very few people. But I was doing something that I didn't want to do every day, and it helped me. Not only did it help my social skills, but it helped my ability to relax in social situations, in new social situations. I started becoming more confident at my job, my workplace, at school, interviewing. It helps me with that. And I think the flaw in this guy's mindset that I mentioned in this video that I just watched of this guy describing his friend is this dude was talking about the rejections as if that was where the value was. That was what was getting to him. He was listening to somebody else's rejection to find who he was. When I really had the mindset right, I'm not perfect. My confidence went up and down at certain points in my life, but when I was really on it, when I was going out and I was really taking care of myself, eating healthy, working out, going out and approaching a bunch of women at the bar to build my social skills and to become more confident, doing public speaking classes and stuff like that, meeting new people during the day. When I was doing all that stuff, it's almost like you don't even really notice rejections because you're not going to get along with everybody. Think about it. You could go on date after date after date after date after date after date after date times 1,000. And if you meet the girl, if you meet the woman that is your soulmate at the very end of it all, isn't that worth it? Do those first 1,000 people that you talk to even matter? I've probably approached over 1,000 women in my life. If you include every woman that I've approached at the bar, every woman that I approached on my college campus, in the daytime, on the street in cities, just introducing myself to new people. And it's I wasn't able to attract a partner. I started approaching women when I was 22 because I got sick of having social anxiety, and I wasn't even able to attract a partner until I was 25. And she didn't even end up being my final partner. Now I have another one. She's with me right now. We love each other, and it's I'm almost 30. And to see a young man in his early, or to hear about so many young men in their early 20s giving up and turning their back on women, it's just so crazy. It's so insane to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the internet. They're watching videos of people giving interviews on the street from women that are out at clubs going, yeah, I cheat on my man. I don't need no man, blah, blah, blah. As if that's the representation of the woman that they're going to be with, and that's the representation of all women, which it's not. So I kind of wanted to piggyback off this guy's video. I didn't comment on it. I just wanted to make this video really fast. and get my thoughts out. But the whole point of this, I want to wrap this up, okay? This guy seemed to have the mindset of just trying and trying and trying, but he's still playing video games. He just wants to play video games. He just wants to enjoy his life. And he just keeps trying and trying and trying and trying and trying to get a girl. And he keeps getting ghosted and he keeps getting rejected and he keeps trying. He keeps trying. Why aren't you trying on yourself? If I were to speak directly, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. It's some random YouTuber who was talking about his friend. If I could just talk to this guy bluntly and he would listen, I would say, why aren't you trying on yourself? Cool, turn your back on women. Turn your back on trying to get them, to get something from them. And start working on yourself. Instead of playing video games in your spare time, do something hard, because you're going to feel more fulfilled doing that than if you're just playing video games. You could be trying and trying. Like, probably the reason that you don't have the partner that you want is because you are not the man who that partner wants to be with. You're not working on yourself. You're not working on your muscles. You're not working on your mindset. You're not turning yourself into a hard worker who... somebody close to me told me about a friend of theirs who their boyfriend like freaked out one time, and they were like cleaning the house together, this couple, and he wanted to play video games desperately, and he was like, you know what, he like totally freaked out, and he was like, I just need a minute, okay, to play video games. And she was like, okay. Is that who you want to be? Is that who you want to be controlled by, your video games? I mean, you can play video games if you want, but like, if you're going to sit here and just say like, oh, I'm going to turn my back on women because they're the problem, are they? I think in modern times, yes, women are probably different. Yes, women probably have different standards, but I don't know, people talk about this like hypergamy idea. I don't see that. The only place I see this, like, all the women are going to the Chad and they don't care if he sleeps with multiple women. I don't meet women like that. Like, when I go outside, you know, the woman I'm with, the woman I'm in a relationship with right now doesn't think that way. Her friends don't think that way. Women I've talked to over the last 4 or 5 years don't think that way. They have a problem with guys sleeping around with other dudes. I don't know, it's like... Some women, I guess, are okay sleeping with the Chad, even though he sleeps with a ton of women, but a lot of women are not okay with that. And I don't know, I just think you need to go outside more and, like, instead of going out with the mindset of, like, okay, I hope I don't get rejected, let me just approach 5 women and I'm going to end up with one at the end of the night. You're probably not. 5 is not that many. Like, how are you supposed to there's so many women in this world. 5? You're going to find your soulmate of those 5? No. If you go out with a mindset of, I'm just going to learn about people. I'm just going to learn how to express myself. I'm going to learn how to converse with people. Isn't that a better mindset? Isn't that going to put you in a better place to have a partner that is also a pretty valuable person that's worked on themselves, that is pretty high quality person themselves? Isn't it? What do you think? Let me know. Anyways, rant over.